Well, what's up, gamers? We're finally doing the Stanley Parable. We have extra time today. Developed by Crows. Written by Davey Ward, whatever the fuck his name is. Please choose a screen and subtitle list. Okay, so we're gonna have English subtitles, correct?
Yes.
I said yes. Oh, confirm. Wait, let me make sure. Alright, confirm. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? So, in this game, if you had played the Stanley Parable before and had an old save file, the game will know that you had an old save file, and the story changes based on that.
Okay.
But because we did not play this before, we have to say no. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Oh, until it's very visible. I guess here?
Yep.
Please enter the current time. Okay, it is 5:22.
Yeah.
You gotta be worried about this stuff.
5:22 p.m.
Let's do 5:23 and then hit confirm.
That's a.m.
Is it 5:23?
Oh, wait. Get your finger on the confirm button.
I'm trying to.
Oh, I guess,
There we go.
Now.
Now?
Yep.
Accessible settings can be accessible in the main menu. Okay. Okay. Settings. So there's field of view, there's all this shit, we don't really care. We will have to use this eventually to get a certain ending.
Okay.
Which is basically the ending is fiddle with all the settings to max.
Oh.
And you get to so if you go through all the settings and you fiddle it to max, you get like an ending.
We'll do that later.
Yeah, we'll do that later when we get to that ending, but let's just begin the game. Remember, Tom, you're going to do your endings, then we're going to go into the guide and find the endings.
Yep, I'm going to do the ending I want. Never the end is never the end is ever the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427
You've never seen anything in this game
every day, every month, of
yeah.
every year.
You just know certain
Like a long time ago.
Considered it
but you know
so
nothing in this game.
I know there's
Stanley
one
read
ending where you have to sit on your
every
desk.
note as came in.
Yeah,
Do nothing.
but you don't know how the endings play out, you just know the endings.
I know, like, some of them, but I don't know, like...
It'll still be new because you
And
haven't
then
seen
one
them in a
day,
while,
something
right?
very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions,
We have extra time.
call
Okay.
a meeting, or even say
We have extra time,
hi.
we'll just play this game.
Alright.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete
It's the perfect time waster, that's what the game's made
It's a
for.
time waster. Something was
Shocked,
wrong.
frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright, go ahead and do that. Yeah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So if there's a computer
No
says
matter how
waiting,
hard
awaiting
Stanley looked,
input, you
he
might
couldn't
want to
find a
put
trace of his
so, you know,
co-workers.
an ending for that. So if you look at all the computers, look at them closely, and see if there's one that says awaiting input. If it says that, we click on it. Okay. So let's look at the computers first, make sure there's nothing that says awaiting input.
This is just a pencil sharpener.
Yeah, it's just a pencil sharpener. Don't worry about that. No, it doesn't say awaiting input.
Oh,
It'll literally say awaiting input. It's like,
okay, it was just how I would say it.
yeah.
It's not like having to squint.
No. Nope. Wait. No. That's not it. That's not it. That's say waiting input. Just make sure you check all the computers though.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, do you want to follow the narrator? I guess you're going to go with
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna do the basic bitch ending. Maybe. I don't even know what the basic bitch ending is. Just do what he says.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Oh, we should stay in here a while. It was actually
Feeling
so
a
funny
wave
looking
of
pop-ups.
disbelief,
Tips for
Stanley
next for
decided
not
to
getting
go up to
fired.
his
Talk
boss's
less.
office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How does someone speak with your coworker? Let it ball up inside you. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more.
Take it
Take
out
out passive
faster.
aggressively on other coworkers.
Is that coworkers for not supporting him more? And then just keep doing it.
You can slide with short employees and everything is okay.
Make sure you slice a slick blue graphic in the header and post some gamble on all the text. You just sort of calm and productive work about. Everyone is unique. You most of all.
I want to see what all the slides say. So I don't want to stay here. Number of slides on the slides. Slides, charts.
and slides.
My God. Rated which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Whatever.
Charts with
Rate of increase in graphs per slide.
slides.
Please no more slides. Please a big stop.
The
Boss,
boss
please.
appreciation bid. If I hit X, it does typing.
Solving interpersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, remember it takes two people to start a fight, and right now you're both of them. What are your dreams for the future? Success, metamorphosis, clear skin, spring break, hope,
A bow.
a boat, my toes, talk radio, football, travel, nature. Tips for not getting fired. Okay, that's all of them. Sweet. What does this say? To do. Synergize core value expenditure. Shift local market.
Monetize free to play.
Oh, it's on the whiteboard. There's a whiteboard somewhere in this room. Yeah, there it
Oh.
is. Targets.
Push for funding for R&D, research and development of new coffee machine. Serenized grass 40K 40
Get Chris out of the broom closet.
Get Chris out of the broom closet.
Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy.
Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on topic of
And something blurred out.
future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Rank next day's agendas. Reflect?
Reflect.
Oh, that's okay.
You want to go back to the mic if we're gonna read all this? Just saying.
Oh,
It's pretty. Look.
I can't read from there.
You can't.
No.
Oh.
Let's see. Monday, weekly targets, markets,
I just hope the mic's picking you up.
IT department. Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager.
Oh. Oh, you can't go in there. It's locked. I think we read everything in here. Oh wait, there's more.
We need less reviews. 402, 405, want to get rid of the deaf sport portion in the primary review schedule. But I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers. More water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to the teenage demographic. 5 teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net? Some sort of child tray? A lot of percentage. Space between the teenagers. Throw something in the ideas bin. 10 no more bins, trash cans. 20 remaining of the ideas on 30 firing of me. Ideas bin. Size of the demographic. Teenagers.
I think we're good here. Wait.
Better safe than profits. Business. Rule 1.
Oh, it's
Referencing one not a fair airstrike of the B.
What?
There's shit on the back. Wait. There's shit on the back.
On that one.
On that one.
Alright, I guess we move on. There's a broom closet. We'd like to go in there.
Oh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing
I
here,
know this is
so he
a-
turned around
So might as
and
well
got
just stay
back
in
on
there,
track.
Get that ending real quick, or do you want to just go back on
I
track?
just want to go back.
Okay, we'll get that ending
I just
later.
want to do what they should.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I think there's a way you can, like, get out of the building. But I don't really know how to do that.
Yeah, I know which window you're talking about. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. That's the executive bathroom if you would like to enter.
To be rich is a crime to pick crimes, isn't it rich? Well, life it would be to have to pick just one.
So this room will be important. Remember this room because there's a point in the game. I won't say what because it's a spoiler, but you will need to go back in here. So
Okay.
remember this room. For some other reason. For some other ending. That was not a waiting input. Okay, we're good. There's your boss's office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
Thank you.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, hello.
It's some construction.
I guess hit the button.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
So that's a separate ending, the escape ending. We're not going to do that yet. So let's just listen to them. I guess hit the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, the camera. Yeah.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What was mine?
427.
Oh, one of them was hard.
427.
427? I gotta wait for the... 427.
That one.
Yeah, that one. 427.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content.
I know there's an ending with
Walking,
those
eating,
buttons on,
working,
but we're not gonna
all
get
of it
ending right
monitored
now.
and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his
If you go down
past
that bottomless
began to
pit,
sink
I don't
in,
do that.
Stanley decided that this
that
machinery
pit,
would
you go into
never
this and
again
then go
exert
back.
its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
So you say you won't, yeah, you gotta turn off the mind control stuff. So you gotta go into there. And once you do this, you get the ending, I think. Let's see. So if you turn the mind control on, that's a separate ending. If you go turn it off, that's what they want you to do. So you want to turn it off. The mind control.
We'll turn it off. We're free to choose our own destiny.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
You got the normal ending. Congrats. That's it.
Yeah.
Yes! He had won! He had defeated the
The
machine.
normal ending is 5 minutes. I'm
Unshackled
assuming the
himself
endings
from
that are
someone
longer
else's
are the ones where you
command.
disobey, I assume.
Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
That's funny.
Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What
Oh no,
other
look, it's
mysteries did this
closing.
strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Damn.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yeah, he was happy. And that's the end. You beat the game.
I did it! I beat it!
You beat the game.
But
The game is 7 minutes if you just want the normal ending. But it's over 7 hours of content if you want the...
I know there's one where you stay in here. Alright, so now we're doing the,
Now we get to do any ending we want because we got the normal ending.
Alright, so I know there's one where you just stay in here.
You gotta wait for the narrator though.
Yeah.
I know there's one where you have to defeat the baby, but you have to sit there for like 4 hours.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
So yeah, that's something we will have to do that on a separate day because we're not
Yeah.
gonna do that
Yeah,
right
no.
now. That ending will have to wait until we have more time. Like we're not gonna sit here for 4 hours. So.
I think we might have to do a different one.
There might be just patience too. Maybe shut the door behind you. I think maybe you have to shut the door behind you.
Oh, you might be right.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle
Oh, that's
the
right. Yeah,
pressure.
yeah. You have to close the
What
door
if he
first.
had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell.
Oh.
But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
That's the ending. That can't be just. That's the ending.
That's the ending.
Okay, we
All
got
his
the
coworkers
ending.
were
So.
gone.
We got that
What
one.
could it mean?
All right, let's look at the computers again.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah. We're
No
checking
matter
it.
how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Well, you turned off the computer. That's good.
Wonder if I can go in the buildings.
Guess not.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office,
office.
but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I do like the specific powers. Oh. Maybe that one said awaiting input.
I'm just turning off the computers.
Might as well do that, right? Wait.
What?
Wait, that might say something on it. I saw something over there. Oh, waiting input!
Oh, that's one.
That's one of them.
Waiting input.
That's one.
Input received.
Yes, there's 2 or 3 more computers you have to find.
Oh.
That's one. You still have to keep looking for...
I'll
Yeah.
look for those.
Yeah, anytime it says awaiting input, you just click it and
I'm
then
gonna
you
go for that one.
Well,
I'm assuming it's
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
This time it's just
doors,
a
he
bit.
entered the door on his
because
left.
we already obeyed him, so...
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No, you can't get the computers if the door's closed, obviously. It would be nice to go into other places, but they won't let you. But it's good to check anyway. And here's the lounge.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Soda ending.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
No, you just continue on. There's no soda room ending. I'm pretty sure.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door.
No,
on his
we're
left.
not. Go straight. No, we're not.
Fuck you, bitch.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Definitely playing with computers here.
So you could go on the cargo lift and jump off. If you want.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay. Okay, for real. Let's find.
We got that ending though.
Yeah. Let's find the computers.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Remember, it might be like in... Okay, so that one.
Wait. Oh, it's different. Wait. Oh, wait. I think I know what's going on here.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
No, you do that one last. Your computer will have the waiting input, but you do that one last.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah,
now-
the final
alright.
one's in your off.
Yeah, now I'm gonna fuck around.
Yeah.
Alright. But let me do that and not fall to my death this time.
Yes, we got that ending. We're good. We're
When
set.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it
kept cutting
perfectly
off the
well.
narrator.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Because he is not a bitch.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5
Good at
years
not
ago.
following directions.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
So if you
I'm
get
not
high
sure.
enough, you
You
can jump
really
off
are
the
not.
crane and go
I
on to
realize
the,
that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you, or what? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I
you
want
can
something
go through that
bad
door
to
again,
happen
and
to
not
you?
that door,
Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Alright, let's see where this goes.
Let's see where this goes. I like these are like under construction.
Yeah.
You're just supposed to be-
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door. We're just obeying.
Alright, if you go to the red door, it sends you back to the path.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Red.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
that's what it looks like,
Was it
actually.
worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to
Now we
see.
gotta go through the red door after
Help
this
me
ending,
here,
'cause we didn't do the
Stanley.
red
Help
door yet.
elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give
Ooh,
me
this
some
sounds
feedback.
promising.
Oh, really?
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Go through it, yes, go through the
I would
doors.
do it.
Okay.
Oh, so
I'm
you
going to
could
stop
rate it
you
a
there.
1, he gets
Now,
pissed. If you rate it
tell
a
me
5,
about
he's
your
happy.
experience with this
What do
new
you want to
version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback
Let's see
here.
that when you get 1, but you need to be honest if you want.
I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly, there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version.
Really?
And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard!
Is this real?
Yes. Yeah, see, it shows other people's leaderboards. Huh. 91,730 doors opened.
Is this real?
Did you know that 21% of players skip the intro sequence? Did you know 3% of players chose the blue door? Did you know 98% of players are more attractive than Stanley? How long does it take you to get to the correct door? Complete and improve your Stanley Parable career.
It did not take 7 hours.
No. I guess we go through that orange door again.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
I don't know. That didn't really do
honest
anything.
answers, please.
1.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
I would love to.
Let me boot it up. In this game,
Oh, the baby ending!
crawls
Oh, it's the
left
baby one.
towards
So we're not going to
danger.
do the 4-hour
You
version
click
today.
the
We're going to do the
button
short
to
one
move him
today.
back
Just
to
let him
the
die.
right.
but
And if
baby
he reaches
died.
the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the
I don't know.
desperation and tedium
I'm glad
of
you found the baby
endlessly
ending.
confronting the demands of family life.
I know about the
I
baby
think the
ending, I did not know how
art
to get
will
to the baby.
really take notice.
Thank God you
But
got on
of
the
course,
catwalk then.
the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of
No,
play
we're not
to
doing this
make
ending
sure
yet.
it's
We can't do it
effective.
today. Sorry,
Be
Gary,
sure
we
to
have
keep
to say
notes
no.
on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
We don't have
Because
4
if
hours
it's the
to
latter,
narrate,
I
that's
don't know what
why.
to do.
We
I'm
don't have 4
completely
hours
out of
today.
ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
It's over.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Firewatch?
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Did they make this game?
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man,
Yeah, they updated the
spying
game.
on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Rick is still there!
What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
You wanna sit back on the couch since there's nothing really to read here? Yeah. This is awesome. They actually took the time to make this.
Oh, fucking
Firewatch. That's cool.
wow! Even all the shit's still up here.
You know the worst part is if we never played Firewatch, you would not know what they're referencing.
Yeah.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
What? What? What's wrong
It
with it?
is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Oh shit.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really wandered off into that thing. A big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
I like Firewatch.
Oh,
I'm gonna look at my boy
I
one last
think
time.
This will be just the thing.
Bye, buddy.
That was awesome. What is this?
It's Rocket League.
See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in.
It's Rocket
There
League.
isn't any possibility
shit.
that you could get lost here. Now this
I'm gonna get run over
is
by a
game
car.
Design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
It's a stadium.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball?
Sort of.
I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
It's gonna be huge. Yep.
Yeah, because that's what Rocket League is. Just go ahead. Let's go. Let's get a goal. Goal!
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
I think I'm
Is
winning.
it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
My blue
Stanley,
team.
I have a thought. And I realize
What?
I'm not a sportsologist, but if
Okay,
one
sportsologist.
ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure,
Yeah.
then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric
What
sports
game has multiple
experience.
balls
I'm
but
going to
has
try it
fun?
out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
Oh, shit.
Oh wow. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Hey! Go! Bah.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? You haven't...
Honestly, just
Is
a
this
tiny bit.
real video game?
Yes.
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
What?
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley.
Damn.
Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Now what?
Hold on. What are you doing?
Honestly, I just randomly decided to do that. I did not know that's part of the ending.
Stanley, do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Filing cabinets.
This is where this goes. Oh, I fell again.
Hello? Hello?
I don't like this.
Getting horror movie vibes out of this. Hello? Hello?
427.
Oh, our office changed. What the fuck? He was paused. Interesting.
What do I do?
Oh, from there?
Yeah.
Let me look that up. What ending are we doing right now?
I don't know, the one that involves Rocket League.
Escape ending, control ending, normal ending. Indie game's ending. It just says how to get the ending. It just says go through the blue door every time. I think you just beat the ending. I think you just have to restart the game.
Really?
Yeah, I think you beat the ending.
Oh.
I think you just have to restart the game and say begin the game again. I think you just got the ending. You did everything. I mean, I'm scared that we may have missed something, though. Let me look up the indie game ending. Indie game ending. Stanley Parable.
Is it the game's ending?
Yeah. Don't do anything yet. Let me figure this out. Stanley Parable. Indie game ending. Indie game ending. Oh, here we go. That's going to be really helpful. Alright, so let me get there. Art ending. The game's ending. Here we go. That's the end. You just have to restart the game. That's the end.
Oh, wait. I'm done with the original office building. Walk forward and say you don't do another. Let's see.
Yeah, it says Firewatch and Rocket League are briefly explored before the narrator changes his mind and drops you into the broken office map. Oh, it's just that. Oh, it's a broken office map. You can't do anything.
Oh.
You literally just can't do anything. You have to restart. You're really just stuck in here for eternity until you restart the game, because it's like a broken map. He just dumped you in a broken map.
I wonder what he found.
Oh, never mind.
If what he wanted was
just
to
need to
be the
move forward.
leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
That was just morbid.
I can wait.
Loading. There we go.
The end is never.
Ah, you just have to walk out. You just have to check out the shit. So you do that last, the computer can put. I know where all the computers are, but I don't want to.
All of his co-workers were
That
gone.
would just be
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's one in the boss's office, if you remember. If you want to check there.
I
There's
think
one in the
there is
boss's
one.
office.
I'm gonna enter a different code. I don't know. I'm
Oh,
gonna
you
do.
think if you disobey his code, there's like an ending
When
to that?
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Yeah, I'm gonna go
he
to the left
entered the
one.
door on his
I'm
left.
gonna go to the boss's office and I'm gonna enter a certain code. And I don't know if that actually does anything or
Yet
if
there was
the
not a single person
narrator
there
has a
either.
unique line to
Feeling
it,
a wave
because
of
it's a
disbelief,
code that's been used in
Stanley
almost
decided to go up to his
every
boss's
game
office. Coming
uses
to
a reference.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs
And
to
no,
his
it's not
boss's
Boo.
office.
It's not that. It's a different code. Oh, well, no, why not?
Lee, you should check the computer, because that was one of the...
Oh, this opens now.
Ooh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Yes! We got it. Yes! We're halfway.
We're halfway
2
there.
more.
Okay, I'm gonna go back in here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody.
Ah, nothing.
He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate
Maybe wait
for
for him to stop
clues to
talking
his
and then try.
situation. But his attention was
Alright.
caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Now try. Nothing.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
Okay, I thought that would do something.
Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Yeah, just keep doing it. See what happens. 8008.
Yep.
Try again.
2845.
2845.
1, 2, 3, 4. How about that, narrator?
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Alright, so now...
I guess I'm going for mind control.
Yeah, I guess we'll turn it on this time instead of turning it off.
Wait, there's another thing we can do.
Oh, we can also go to the escape way, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the escape way. Speed run, let's go.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
No, we're
Mind
escaping,
Control
bye.
Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall,
Not
Stanley
right.
would meet his violent death.
Ooh.
Ooh, I'm already intrigued.
Ooh, I'm excited.
The door behind him was not shut.
Uh-oh.
Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
The end is never... Oh, God.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Damn. Guess we're gonna accept our fate. Ah, well,
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly
got another
into the
narrator!
enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh, except that didn't happen.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance,
I don't know this.
death becomes
This is the
meaningless,
museum ending.
making life the same.
Oh.
Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley
Nature
was
painting.
already dead
It's just nature
from the
paintings.
moment he hit start?
Oh,
it's like
a map.
Yeah, it's the map of the area.
Oh, shit. Oh, I want to look at this.
Go ahead, take your time.
All
look at
right,
this.
Stanley's office. There's the computers I got.
Office layout.
Office layout.
You can zoom, yeah.
The blueprint.
The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the 2 doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout the development, through the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Okay, I guess this is the Ultra Deluxe. This is the reboot. So it remained the same. The corridor. Zoom please so I can read. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure this player reaches the 2 doors in a good time.
A good time. Say boop 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 up, go this way, and it doesn't show you what's over here on purpose.
The 2 doors. The set of 2 doors are
Was the very first
concrete piece of the Stanley Parable design. Once the room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. The file cabinets.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, well, the computers. I didn't say waiting input.
Solitaire. Oh.
Nope. All right, next. What's this?
What is this, like Stanley's desk?
Yeah, probably.
No, it's not Stanley's desk.
003, 002. This is the office. 001. I don't blame you for checking to see if those open.
Yeah.
The button sounds. The selection of the sounds used throughout the game were buttons when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Neat. What is that? Holy fuck. Oh, these are the developers.
Oh.
Artwork, model design, additional music, sound design. Oh, these are the credits.
Oh.
These are like how they made the credits for the game.
Huh. I'm gonna go to the left.
The
Maintenance
maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. What do they want? 36? Copier machine. A plant. Fun.
This thing is fun.
The war zone.
The war zone? Wait, hold on.
Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up in a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpret it as making fun of people who like shooting games.
Which is not our intention. Oh.
I would have liked a shooter game. Oh well.
Oh, they actually tell you, like...
What it would have looked like.
Oh, this is what we wanted to do, but here's why we didn't do it.
The narrator emails. After the second trailer, we sent out... Wait, we
asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these for their promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Oh, God. Dear Strong Bad, how would you type this boxing glove on? Ben. Dear Strong Bad. That's a reference to something.
God.
What do the lights in the control room do? I really want to know. Montgomery Jones. Analyst, business broker, please partner with me in the very one business venture details we sent to you if you're interested. My email is this. She is important, not spamming partners and Anthony. I'm a narrator guy. I have a question for you, sir. And it is, what is your message for today? Sincerely, Harris. How many things are there? There's a skeleton inside of you. There are more skeletons in this world than humans. Thanks and goodbye. Final warning. Yeah, I know that there was a skeleton inside of you. A question brought forth by the intense passion of my soul. Am I Stanley? Are you spying on me? I donate? Why? Ow. Will the game feature capybaras? What's a capybara again?
I think it's a close relative to the prairie dogs.
Oh, dear narrator. How are you saying shape? Sincerely, Michael the Rock Martin.
I guess The Rock maybe is a reference to movie.
Are you gay? It's pretty much another question.
From Dink Donk.
Think dumb. Gay. Are you gay? I appreciate Stanley's game and our title. Appreciate the credit on you just seeing this video.
Oh my god, this person wrote an essay.
I need to good censoring. I would love to, however, as my idea, I'll be censoring the matter. What's your plan on my quest? How many endings? If the Stanley Parable was really going to let me go shopping, I hope it will have a fine selection of desert foods. Cameron. How do you make a JRPG? How do you make the worst game ever? What's the difference between a duck? Am I really that for copies? Okay. How's the game going? I hope it's as good or better than the first one. From a cool man. James Irving. How is the games? Are you a rock?
I don't know. What else? Anything more?
Could you tell me what the significance of the number 1112800 is? Do you know?
Nope. So that went over my head. Well.
Well, the thing I want to know is, what would you do if Stanley entered any other rooms?
That's an interesting question. It would break the story.
What is Stanley's last name?
Oh my god.
Congratulations! Another piece of production.
Blah blah blah. That's too much.
The Office. The Lounge. An early version of The Lounge. The Apartment Timer.
Oh, that's a spoiler.
An improved service of choice.
That's a spoiler. Probably can't read that. Well, we'll come back later and read that. Meeting room.
One option. Wait.
Oh, maintenance layout.
Obey. Disobey. For the lounge. There's a vent in the lounge?
Oh, that's the vent ending, but we'll get there when we get there. Yeah, there's a vent ending.
Join the maintenance in the lounge. Yeah, we want that. One door to maintenance in the lounge, initial backtrack option. The fusion ending.
That's if you
Huh.
the Zending model.
Something went through many iterations. This one was the fourth version of the ending, and we thought it was complete, but decided to ban it.
Oh, I know that ending. Don't. Yeah, I know that ending. I know what that is. Sending levers.
Here's part of the Zending. Where we pull lever, the narrator will describe what code they pull.
Well, obviously they're on. The trailers.
Yeah, 4 major teaser trailers. Once again, conveys something with the spirit of the game. This is the first one released in May 2012. There's a series of broken rooms that the voice of the narrator informed viewers that he is repairing a new version of the Stanley Parable. The game is now paused. Begin the game again. Resume the game. Escape menu. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Fortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everybody.
So they got rid of that ending because it would make no sense.
Oh,
I mean, obviously. Alright, so we already went in here.
okay.
I think you can go higher up.
You can't jump.
Yeah, that's right. You can't
No,
jump.
seriously, we disabled it. That's how they keep getting X.
Oh, you got the achievement. Nice. There's your office.
Stanley's office. On the left and right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November 2011, the second in March 2012, the third in February 2013. Huh.
The game design milk up.
Isn't it? This is the level that William, the level designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of audition piece. The strength of the level got William hired to design the full game. Although much of the environment has changed, the basic layout from this mock-up is still in the game.
What's that? Oh, it's the elevator.
Monitor room elevator. For time the environment monitor could go up or down, with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when the players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the two endings together instead.
That would make, yeah, that would be so bad. Like, you're like, wait, which one was the freedom ending? Which one was the...
Another version of the countdown room.
Yeah, that's an ending we'll get later. Yeah, the original,
Freedom ending.
yeah, that's the freedom ending. Obviously. We got the freedom ending, that's the normal ending. Oh. the
Countdown
count-
disc. Why did this was every version of the countdown ending?
Well,
Was it that way?
yeah, that's the countdown ending. I feel like it can go higher up, or maybe I'm just thinking out loud. Oh, there it is.
So that's the...
That's the end of the level, right?
Yeah, but I want to look at everything.
Yeah.
Well, no. I'm curious.
Well, you got the museum ending. You want to look at everything. Obviously, it's a museum.
Awesome. Screams to the ground in the boss's office. Yeah, I remember looking at something like this. Okay, moving over here. Haven't been to the right yet. The lounge. Every version of the underground portion of the game. Huh.
The story. Stanley pushed the orange lever. Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room? Perfect example of poor level design. Stanley walked over the bridge. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you.
Is that it? I guess that's it. You could have had more outtakes, honestly. That's the office clock. Whoa, the office clock! Oh! Whoa!
Whoa, lunch school. Whoa.
We got that one already.
Yeah, we did. Alright, we looked at everything. I think we're done.
I hope. What?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
I guess you have no choice but to turn it off.
I did.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
You want the ending, so you have to do
Don't
it.
choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Hello? Did we get the ending?
We did.
We got the ending. Yay.
Oh, we're back here.
Wait, she's not talking. That means there's something different. Uh-oh. Did we break the game?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, what are we doing this time?
Okay, so we'll do one more ending, right? We'll just do one more ending.
Yeah, I'll go on the lift.
Yeah, we haven't done...
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley?
I love how every time
Its
you go over
grace,
here, it's like
its
different.
subtle charm. No. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No,
Except he didn't.
not yet.
Stanley was so bad at following directions,
Yeah.
it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So funny. Wait. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death.
Yeah, we already did that.
Choke.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize
I love how you
investing
can
your
jump on
trust
there
in
and he's like,
someone
"Are you
else can be
fucking
difficult,
kidding me?"
But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I'm guessing if I did that too high, I would
There's
die.
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Wait, there's the one over
Please,
here. Or over here.
stop trying
Yeah,
to
we
make
did that.
every decision by yourself.
you want to defend
Now,
him.
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put
I don't know if
your
you know
work
this,
aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's
Unplug
her,
the phone, you
Stanley.
get an ending.
You
Well,
need
you
to
don't
be
have
the
to
one
do
to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in
Are we
another,
disobeying or we're gonna obey this time?
then pick
gonna-
up the phone.
So if you disobey... Yeah, let's obey this time.
Yeah.
We'll unplug the phone next time. Let's disobey. I mean, obey. There. 427, what the
Oh,
fuck?
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
It's
They want to commit
Megan.
their life to you. I'm trying to make a point
Damn.
here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Okay, honey. You're not
This
my
is a
wife.
very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh.
Good morning, 427. Press square on your controller.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Press triangle.
Look at him
Please
there,
press
pushing
triangle.
If you look
buttons,
around,
doing
something changes
exactly
every
what
time.
he's told to do.
Oh,
Now
something changes.
he's pushing a button.
Look,
Now
there's some desks in
he's
your
eating
room.
lunch.
Oh, shit.
Now he's going home. Now he's coming
gonna
back
do it
to
like this.
work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Press square.
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic.
Oh god, there's a door now in your
From
room.
behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press square to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his
Oh, it's a
desk
file cabinet
to
now.
realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Terribly.
Press X to spend time with the kids.
With the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to
It's
two
stable here now.
open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press this button to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through
Oh,
There
this
goes your
fantasy
dinner.
world,
Now it's silent
he
again.
began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
Oh, delicious.
Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions.
That's
And
an
down
ending.
another was a game with a baby.
We found that
Yep.
And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Press X to tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Press square to tell your wife you love her.
Please press circle to tell your wife you love her.
But there is no answer.
There's
How
no
could there
life.
possibly
We gave a
be?
desk.
In reality, all of
No!
pushing the same
What happened to my wife?
has. Has
No!
changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
My life.
I hate Mondays.
Please press circle to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Kind of want to see that me. Don't.
Please press the right to be at work in the morning.
Let's see how you don't do it first.
I want to know what happens if I don't do it. I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna push it. I gotta. Ow. No, I want to see my wife. I miss my wife.
I guess they were forcing you to push it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How
It
can
became
I
a
tell
door.
him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains
Hey,
here
Valiant
is
effort, you
electing
stopped
to
every
kill
ending.
himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press the circle button.
Please press circle to question nothing.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to.
Oh, your
But I
computer
don't make
went
the
on. That's
rules.
what this
I
Oh.
simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please die.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button.
Please die.
And I tried.
Oh,
I guess Stanley died.
I didn't even hit anything. He just died.
He just stood in his office and killed himself.
He shut his brain off.
Well, that's the ending. Still nothing on the input screen. You actually didn't find the other computer yet.
Yeah, I gotta find out if the computer.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Oh.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard
Last
Stanley
one
looked,
is at his
he couldn't
office.
find a trace of his co-workers.
I guess it's a random computer.
Yeah, you gotta go back to your office now.
My
You
office?
found out. You just go back to your office.
Oh yeah, I gotta go back to my office, which I can't do right now.
Oh, so you have to reset the game and go back to your office.
I'm gonna go to the boss's office.
Oh yeah, because the computer had the waiting input there.
No,
too.
no, I'm gonna go to the different door. Because there's a door that opened up.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, that door that opened up. You
Yeah,
don't
that
even
door
know
opened
what
up
that
that
is.
I was gonna go through, but I didn't do it because I wanted to like see what would go out.
Yet there was
happened.
not a
Well,
single
the good news is
person
you'll get the
here
computer ending
either.
soon because you found the fifth
Feeling a
one.
wave
Yeah.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might
I'll do
find
Broom
an
Closet
answer
later.
there.
Then go down
Coming
those
to a
stairs.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Apparently there's an Easter egg if you can apparently jump. That there's an Easter egg and it is a Dark Souls reference. Because there'll be one of those message things.
Wait, you should check the boss's office computer just to make sure. Yeah, you're good. You got
If
it.
I do that, if I go in there, then the door will close. But if I go this way, what will happen then? Ooh, exciting.
Nothing? Ooh, wait.
I'm gonna go up. I don't know if there's a difference. Going up. Should have expected this.
I really hope this is an ending. It just doesn't waste our time.
It has to be.
How many floors are in this building?
It's going pretty high up. We have to be at least 20 floors by now.
You're doing that again.
I am.
It's just an infinite elevator. It doesn't go anywhere.
I hope not. Oh,
we were seeing.
yeah, he's going in on it.
What's this going on?
I don't know. Ooh.
I guess I used to keep going until you hit something. Is that the ending? What?
Wait.
What?
Let me go down.
Let's see what happens when you go down. Just the same shit.
Is the idea I can't go up? Oh. Oh. Huh. So, okay, I didn't do anything.
So it's just an Easter egg. You can just go in the elevator and play wacky
Damn.
music. But you at least tried it out, right?
Yeah, I tried.
You did the one at the boss's computer. You just have to do the one at your office. So you want to try something, right?
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze
What's
in
it
his
again?
tracks. Not a living
2,
soul
8,
anywhere.
4, 5, right?
Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley. Was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Wait.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna do the
I'm glad you cut him off. You got an ending for that. I guess.
no, I got like a unique interaction. I don't think that's an ending. I think an ending involves me going back to my room.
So we did the escape ending.
We're gonna go back to do the mind control ending, but this time we're gonna press the buttons.
We turn it on instead of off.
No, were there like buttons in that room?
You cannot do that unless you turn.
Stanley walked straight ahead
turn
through the
on.
large door
Oh, I have
that
to turn
read
on.
Mind Control
You hit the on
Facility.
button instead of the off button to get that ending. Alright, yada yada.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Let's find out what happens when you turn on mind control.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Wait,
Their true
so you
nature
say when you
revealed.
put- no, it's-
Each
no,
bore
that's
the
what we did the
number
most.
of an
We did the one in our
employee in the
offices, right?
building.
Yeah.
Stanley's co-workers. The
that's
lives
why
of
you're doing
so
this ending,
many
so you can go back to your
individuals
office and
reduced to
wait.
images on a
Yeah.
screen. And Stanley,
Might as well do
one
this
of
in a
them,
way.
eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I do like when you wait in the elevator, the narrator gets in on it.
Yeah, that's a nice touch.
This
They really thought of
mind
everything.
control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley
sucks
really
you
been under
can't
someone's
skip the
control
scenes.
all
You have
this
to go through
time?
those scenes
Was this the
before.
only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled
So
with
it's offline
emotions,
now, but we're gonna turn it
happy
on.
or sad
Turn.
or content.
I'll go in the pit later, I
Walking,
guess.
eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
What was my
And as the
button?
cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle
Nah,
the
bitch, you're turning
controls
it on.
once and for
I don't want freedom.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Mulling my
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do.
So now you gotta figure out
You
the
were
puzzle here.
supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Oh.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode,
Nuclear?
eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Figure out the
Now
puzzle.
this is making
Go.
things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time
Press
to
any
shine.
key to send
you
power
are the
surge.
star. It's your story
Console
now.
disabled.
Shape it to
Oh,
your
yellow
heart's
one.
desires.
Yellow 4. Go to yellow
this
button,
is
hit
much
4.
better
Yellow
than what
button,
I had
hit
in
then
mind.
hit 4.
What a
Yellow
shame
button,
we
then
had
hit
so
4.
little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But
gotta hit
what
the yellow
precious
button and then the number
moments each
4.
one of them is.
I gotta
More
find a
time
yellow
to
button.
talk about you.
the one's on the console.
About
Is this
me.
one?
Yeah, the yellow
Where
button.
we're going.
No,
What
wrong.
all this
That was wrong.
means, I barely know
blue
where to
3.
start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment
I
of
understand the
silence
color
before
part.
You're obliterated.
Oh, wait, the blue room.
All right, I'm in a good mood.
Blue room?
You're gonna
Yeah,
die.
that had a blue
I'll
thing
tell you
on it, doesn't
exactly
it?
what happened to them.
Wait, blue?
I erased them. I
Yeah,
turned
3
off the
attempts
machine.
remain.
I set you free. Of course,
Oh, you gotta hit
that
all
was
the blue
merely
buttons, then
in
hit the
this
number 3
instance of
button.
the story. Sometimes when I
gotta hit
tell
all the
it,
blue buttons.
I
That's how
simply
that
let
works?
You sit
Yeah,
there in
you
your
hit all the
office
blue
forever,
buttons.
Oh,
pushing buttons
shit.
endlessly and then dying alone.
Oh
Other
no.
times,
And then hit the number
I
3
let
button.
the office
Oh, we
sink
didn't hit
into
all
the
the blue buttons.
ground,
Oh, crap. Now we're
swallowing
going to get the
every
yellow
one
buttons.
inside,
No!
or I let it burn to a crisp.
Incorrect. What do you mean incorrect? That's a yellow button.
This version of events
Maybe
has
you
been
hit the
rather
3 buttons,
amusing.
then press all of them.
Watching you try to make sense of everything
is that?
and take back
red
the
button
control
only.
wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better.
Now blue buttons.
My goodness,
No, hit 3, then the blue
only
buttons, I think.
34 seconds left.
the 3 button, then
But
all the
I'm
blue buttons.
enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it.
3.
I'm going to
That's
put
how it
some
works.
extra
Oh,
time on the
no, I
clock.
think I'm
Why
fucked.
not?
Incorrect.
These
What do you
are
mean?
precious additional
Pink
seconds.
buttons.
Time doesn't
Ah.
grow on trees.
Pink,
Oh,
pink, pink.
dear
Is there any
me,
pink
what's the
buttons?
matter, Stanley? Is it that you
There's
have
no
no
pink buttons.
idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing?
There's no
right
pink
now?
buttons.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was
Do you want me
capable
to
of
look up the
turning it
puzzle, or do you
on?
want to just...
I mean, look at you. Running from button
There's
to
a way to beat
button,
it, I know.
screen to screen,
There it is.
clicking on every
Pink
little
button.
thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge.
I
It's a
understand.
tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you
Goodbye,
can't.
employee. 427.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending.
Like, there was a way to
Just
do this
you
before a
alone
timer
pieces.
runs out. I just have
Will you
to...
cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Now I kind of want to beat it.
Yeah.
I kinda wanna look
I
it up.
didn't understand it. I'm like, wait, what did I do? I didn't know what I did wrong.
Let
Wait.
me look it up. Wait, we gotta
Wait.
finish this. Oh. Happened. Welcome, Stanley, to heaven. Oh, many buttons.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Woo. Oh my god. My ADHD. Holy shit. Oh my fucking god.
I love how you should push the buttons, they just turn back on.
They do?
Yeah, they turn back on. Yeah, they turn back on. You push them and they turn back on.
Oh my fucking god, this must be what Adderall feels like. Holy shit.
Was it worth getting on the computers for this?
No, honestly, not really. Does this stop?
Eventually. It just lets you press buttons for infinite. This is what Stanley sees in his dreams.
Oh my god.
You got the infinite button ending. That's what it's called. It's called the computer ending probably or something.
Ugh.
I gotta look at the countdown ending. I gotta see how you get that. Like, get the actual code.
Oh, you can't beat it.
You just can't beat it. It says once you do the countdown ending, it's still enough, but it misdirects the players. Start standing office, go left, 2 doors up the stairs into the boss office. Once the secret passageway is open, then turn on the mind control facility, and that's the ending.
That's the ending.
Yeah. So you can't win it.
Oh, okay.
It misdirects you. It's telling you. That's why I said incorrect. When you did it right, it said incorrect.
Oh.
So apparently there's no way to beat it. You just have to like do it correctly.
You're meant to lose.
You're meant to lose. Yeah, you can't do it.
Okay, so I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, how you get out of here?
Begin the game again. I can probably access that anytime I want.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Alright.
What could it mean?
What's next on the list?
Stanley
I
decided
think I'm gonna go to the
meeting
basement
room.
or whatever this
Perhaps he
time.
had simply missed a memo.
Oh, yeah, I want to make sure you did that.
New content.
Wait, the new content. We have to go through that, don't we? I want
Oh, new content? What did that mean?
I was gonna go and do something else. I'm like, new content? I gotta go through that! What the fuck is this?
You unlock the new content ending. There's a bunch of new content here, so you can always come back to it anytime. Wow. There's even.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Ooh.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
We'll find the console version today.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting
Oh, is this like
new
one of those
content
dark
that
rides where you're
broadens
like,
and expands
yeah.
the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Yeah, if you do a certain amount of endings, you unlock the new
Step
content.
inside.
I didn't think that.
Thrilling new adventures
I did not
await
know that.
The Stanley Parable.
Obviously,
Ultra
I don't know what's in
Deluxe.
Ultra Deluxe. I don't
well,
know.
this sounds delightful.
It does.
I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Ooh.
Go on the elevator.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right,
it's
finally,
moving.
at long last, it's on to the new content.
I thought this was the
I've never
ending.
been more ready. Let's
You are now
do it.
stuck in the elevator, Stanley. Or it's going up forever. I can expect.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if tedious. Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Give me the content, Stanley.
The jump circle!
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
You can jump! You have 35 jumps remaining.
Oh, wait.
No, keep jumping.
Oh,
You just jump until it's 0.
I thought like, oh, you have 25 jumps remaining. Okay, go around this facility and jump.
No, you just do the jump circle. You can finally jump!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You have 0 jumps remaining.
Oh.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Yeah, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. Very good. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new
Oh,
content.
you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
There's gotta be more than that. Come on.
Apparently. Oh,
Wait, this is new. Hold up.
wait.
Where the fuck are we?
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
What is it? What are you gonna show me? What's in here? What's that? It's a coffee cup.
It's not over the new content. They tricked you.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra
Are you
Deluxe
right?
content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and
Yeah?
how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special, and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find
Ooh.
it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Ooh. Well, I'd rather leave.
What is this fucking...
I call it the memory zone.
The memory
It's where I've been
zone.
storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
You just hit into that big triangle ass building.
Oh.
The memory zone. Another museum.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how
That's a Steam
wonderful
page.
Stanley Parable was
Yeah, that's the Steam
before
store.
it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
You know what? You're not far off. Yeah.
The Audience Award.
Audience Award. Oh.
The Stanley Parable Award. The good times you had in Stanley Parable. With all the different things. And this is the original Stanley Parable on PC. I guess it's the original.
Buy pressurized gas. What?
Everyone.
What's everyone saying? Huh.
2013. 2013.
It is 8/13. I think. That's what that means.
The trip down memory lane.
Huh.
Some
Guess
pamphlets.
it came in a disc.
What's the bit? $1 bill.
It's $1.
Demonstration of it. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. That's right. The achievement if you don't play it for
5 years.
Unachievable. It's possible to get this achievement. That's if you don't play for 10 years.
Oh. Well. You'll get that in 10 years.
Yeah, we won't do that one for 10 years. British Academy Game Award.
It's a nominee.
Yeah, they were nominated for that shit. Nominated for I think it's all the same shit. A new video game released today. Creators surprisingly down to earth. Can't read that part. It's too small.
Rutgers goes from scandal to new crisis.
Colleges show uneven effort to enroll the poor. 50% designer off on designer hats.
Ooh.
Leaders pushing election of council.
Allies. Huh.
Los Angeles Times. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. You got that right. And then there's...
What's this?
That's an ending. Don't look at that. That's an ending.
Oh, what? Stanley on his stomach. Oh, God.
This is so peaceful. I like the memory zone.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3.
Don't read any other
it was
reviews
all of
except
them.
this
and
one.
Now,
Yeah.
it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk. With an hour of new elevator content.
An hour of new elevator content.
Ooh. You want to go up the stairs or down the stairs? It's you. That's the person of the year. I guess that's Stanley.
I guess that's Stanley. Who's this?
These are figurines, I guess.
I guess that's Stanley, and I don't know who this is.
Oh, that's the woman from the picture you saw earlier.
Oh,
We don't know who that is yet.
there's the doors.
Stanley Parable on the PC. More endings. The original.
The original.
Stanley Parable. PC.
Ooh.
The end is never the end. The end is never the end. That's Stanley Parable on an Apple computer. I guess.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist
love
the
how
urge
Game
to go
knows you're playing on
meddling with a
PlayStation.
beloved franchise.
Such a beloved franchise. I'm glad they rebooted it. The consoles. I guess you can't go
Huh,
in
red and blue.
there. The red and blue doors. The serious room.
The serious room?
Oh, I love how they block off the serious room because the game's not that serious.
It's like, no.
Oh.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Oh.
Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley.
No,
It's
no.
a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas. the extremely popular online storefront for computer games.
Is that real?
I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
These are Steam reviews.
Funny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I have
really?
the room to stick them.
It's Steam reviews.
Oh. I was like, is that real? I believe it. Okay, I thought that was a thing.
So far, I'm liking the new content. Oh, here's another bad review.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. To be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
Terse?
You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
I kind of like
I feel
the positive ones are
like a
blurred.
failure.
Yeah, because you're
Like
in
I
the
let
bad
these
Steam
people-
Now in the bad zone.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
I think it's the idea, like, you have all these glowing reviews, and there's that one guy. That one guy who had criticism, and that stays with you. Even though 99% of it is positive, that 1% fucking bothers you.
Yeah, that's the idea of the ending. Not the idea of the ending. You know, the idea of the joke. Yes, that's.
I am actually, like, coming to these conclusions. Like, that's not, like, what I heard. Like, I never knew. I don't know about this. I didn't know what pressurized steam was. Pressurized gas was, for fuck's sake.
What's this one?
That sounds
have to say?
obvious. Uh-oh.
You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happened. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record.
You just say you wish there was a skip button.
Positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my
Yeah,
motto
because
today,
sometimes
and
you
it's
like
always
get the
been
same
my motto.
dialogue. It's like
I'd
you
do
need to skip it.
anything for the customers.
This is crazy.
Yes, a skip button we shall have.
These games are rare. Like, meta games.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices are what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. But the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for
I like they
nearly
put a plant in here.
10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices are what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is,
By becoming
so
it
on and
is.
so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time.
No.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and
You don't have
more
to come
of a
back here again. I think we
treatise.
should just hear him out
Or
and skip it when
maybe
it
a
repeats again.
manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made
Okay.
is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to
Like a
say,
paradox.
if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once, that you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time, by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around.
I'm actually hearing him
and
out.
slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it.
Treatise?
But
I don't know what
wouldn't
that
you
means.
say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is
Yeah.
rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. Ah. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens,
You're doing
at this
that.
rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look. I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently.
Really?
I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from
Unimpeachable.
disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise,
might actually live
manifesto.
forever.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise.
I was gonna make a
manifesto.
joke saying,
Treatise,
like, is this what the Kingdom Hearts
manifesto.
people list here?
Treatise.
Where it's like, oh, the
manifesto.
Kingdom Hearts is too confusing. Did they listen to
Treatise,
when they hear the
manifesto.
plot?
I think because it says
Treatise,
repeating, it's just going to repeat to the
manifesto.
end. So I think we should skip.
Treatise, Well, there, sport. You really did catch me ramming on a bit, didn't you?
You did,
That's the
actually.
power of the button. The
Yep.
minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go.
That's right, I heard a
And
sound.
it's all over.
Alright, go.
I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps.
What is
To be
pressurized
honest,
gas?
I don't even know if one can change their
It's steam,
review in the
right?
first place.
Okay.
I guess
Thought it
I
was
should
gonna be
become
something
better
different.
Yeah, that's the
educated on
joke.
how
Pressurized gas is steam.
pressurized
Yeah.
gas works. Perhaps that would have been a smart thing to check on before I went on about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is who runs pressurized gas
Game
will
Newell.
instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review.
You can't- no,
merely
they-
because of this very situation.
You can't do that.
Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll
That's
simply
like
grant
editing
this
someone else's
particular
tweet.
user
You
the
can't do
ability
that.
to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused.
It will be abused.
Look, I would even be okay with pressurized gas altering this particular review so that it reads
Yeah,
as
'cause you
something
don't like
more
it.
From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality. How else to describe the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe?
God.
Such a revolutionary step forward in the lineage of one of the most beloved video game properties of all time. The additions and changes made to this expansion will surely resonate in the annals of the history of all media ever made.
Okay.
It is perhaps true to say that no mistakes are forever etched in stone, for the stone into which the Stanley Parable was carved has itself been transmuted, offering a message
would
of
say
hope
this shit
to
about, like,
those who have
Undertale.
ever erred in their judgment. You are not beyond redemption. You
Okay.
may change, and you may come more, so much more than you were before. If there is any message to be taken from the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, it is this. What a fortune, a privilege, A joy it is to have had such an experience. It leaves me hopeful that as a community, as a world, there is time for us to become our greatest selves, as great as we ever could dream of in our wildest, most ambitious visions for a brighter future. Wow. Now, Stanley, that's a review.
That is a review.
It's perfect. It's the perfect
It's a little
review.
preachy.
It's the review I've always dreamed of receiving. Well, I have to read it again. It's simply too wonderful.
I have to read it
I
again.
have to experience this just one more
I need to
time.
reread it.
From the ashes of
Nope,
the
skip.
rises- Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now,
Yeah.
I should say
You
that
get
the
it?
amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 40
You went on for
minutes.
30 to 45 minutes?
Unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself.
I'm hearing you out, dude.
Shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it.
I
and
agree.
Wait, how do we get out of here?
Good
Where did the
question.
door go?
Oh,
Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
there was.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How
There
else
was.
would we have gotten into the room in the first place?
Good
I don't
question.
think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or
I could go through the
window or
roof.
something like that. Do you see
There's a
window
hole.
anywhere? A port
I could probably go through that
a
vent.
sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll
No.
take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button.
I am, don't worry, I'm trying to find a way
Anywhere
out, dude.
Other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there?
Yes.
I swear there was. Where did it go?
Good question.
Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please,
die.
I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here.
I was hoping you knew.
We need a door.
Yeah,
we need
I-
a door
we.
of some kind.
I
can
need a
work with
door.
any kind of door, as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly
Are
to
you a
remove
person?
a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back.
Wait, if I hit the skip button, would that mean you find the door quicker? Or does skipping it... Okay, wait, you know when I skip. When I hit the skip button, he'll know I pressed the skip button. Because I guess he sees me, like, frozen in time or some shit. Or my brain just shuts off.
I think this is a test of patience, and I think you're eventually have to skip the skip.
And if I do find the skip... Okay, me pressing the skip button did something, and the door went away for some reason. Why? We don't know. But, if I press the skip button...
He'll
This
find the
isn't-
door.
This isn't even a skit. I'm actually asking a question.
Maybe he'll find the door faster if we skip.
You might be right. I wonder if the clock actually moves in time. I think I've been here for like 2 hours.
Yeah, in game time.
Yeah, in game time.
I think he's just...
Is there an answer in this plant? or this clock? Is it time?
I think we should probably skip the skip button, because I don't see anything you can do.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room.
Oh,
Stanley,
no.
the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from
There's a
every
chair.
angle. I've checked every one of those.
Yeah,
walls
you did have to hit
a
skip button 'cause you
thousand
checked
times.
everywhere.
And
Yeah.
there's no door, Stanley. There's no door.
I mean, it's something I
There's
could
just
do,
you
so,
and the
yeah,
button,
freeze my
and
brain.
If you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you,
You have no
you're
control
going
over
to press
anything, do
the
you?
button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to
Did one of
convince
the
you
lights go
otherwise.
out?
Oh my
So,
The lights are missing.
And it's all because of
These
those
were all here before.
reviews. Those reviews
The lights
that
are
I
going
couldn't get
away.
out of
What
my
the
head.
hell?
I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to
I still
fix
like a
the
little fence
problem?
here.
Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it
I
ever
didn't think
really
he actually
matter?
said the
But
username.
Here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to
This has to
alter
be
and to
commentary
change and
on,
to
like,
break
game
anything
It has to be.
unbroken. If
Where you
only
read that
it
one
pleases
review
this
and you
one
fucking
person who made
flip.
a single negative comment.
You call the commenter a
Such an
bitch or
impulse
some shit.
serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room,
With me,
waiting for you to press
fortunately.
this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue.
Well, you created the
It's all
skip
out of
button.
my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. Oh, Stanley.
Oh.
Back. You're back.
Oh, the lights are gone.
I have someone to talk to again.
Oh, man.
Stanley, I think it's been a week.
I think the time to skip is when he starts
Or
repeating
2
himself.
weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right?
I think that's what the game wants
Me
you to do when he
talking,
starts repeating himself.
you
You hit the
saying
skip
nothing.
button because you've heard it a million
Would you
times.
think that it's
I think that's the idea.
exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just
Oh, you're right.
talking?
There's stuff going on in the
It isn't,
background.
Stanley. It
What?
isn't the
I hear
same
something
at
in the
all.
background.
It
Yeah.
isn't even close.
The thing?
Because I know you
That's the
can't
fan.
hear me once you push that
The
button.
fan's on.
That's
the
what
fan
I'm
turned on.
realizing
Yeah.
now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel
Kingdom
I needed,
Hearts.
Stanley, not the outcomes, not the
need-
story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in a stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you?
No, actually.
You can see what this means to me.
Actually,
I'm so
yeah.
clear about it
you
now,
do
Stanley.
that, and
I
it's not
feel
very
as
minor.
certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed.
He wants to
I
feel like
restored,
somebody. He wants to
and
feel like
already
he's
I
listened
can sense
to.
the looming
If me frozen
silence
in
as
time,
you will press the
there's no
button
way he
for
can
the
talk
next
to. He's
time.
all alone.
What a terrible dread it strokes
And he has, like-
in my heart to think.
I don't think it's
to
low
think
stuff in
of returning
Steam,
to such
but
coldness.
it's just like, I'm
Come,
nothing. I am
let us
nothing
sit
without
in
Stanley. I am
silence
nothing.
Together here for
Without
just
him
a
around,
moment.
I have nobody to
Let
talk
us
to. I have nothing.
anticipate it. Let us work on it. Let us not run from
now. Every time you skip, he's alone because you're skipping his dialogue.
Yeah, you're skipping him.
Okay, let's skip. Bye. What happened? Is it just nothingness?
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time.
The lights are gone.
I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo
This room
the
is
past.
AC.
And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I could only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less.
Yeah, you had no
You see,
interaction with anyone for a
It was a
year.
revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had
Next
ever
to,
known.
like, 100 years.
It was a space without consequence.
I must say 10
without
years.
action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will.
And after that,
you and I
100.
have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending.
I'm guessing
no
I don't
singular
age.
outcome of events. Not if all events
If I'm
existed
frozen
in the same
in time.
moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then, this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind.
Yeah?
And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do.
Oh.
That perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well.
You want me to suffer
Perhaps
with
you
you.
will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is,
Oh, he
and for
hates
you
me.
to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
I guess we're skipping. What happened? I guess you did it again? Stop talking.
The plant's dead.
Oh no. The plant died.
I heard something move.
Yeah, the button's back on. You can hit it. I guess he died. I guess the narrator died. Or something, because he's not talking, so I'm just going to skip ahead then. That's the game. Don't worry, Tom. That's not you. Apparently the alarm went off. I kind of want to hit the skip button. It's getting... get it. It's on. It's driving me crazy. Hit the skip button.
I'm sorry. Is that the button?
I think it's the button doing it. Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
button.
it's a button. And the clock fell off.
The clock fell off. Nice. Oh, it does move.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely
How far did I go
anyone can leave a
forward?
review. So here's what we get. We get these
That's what I'm
demands that
interested
seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think, to feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves that they couldn't help but leave a negative review on pressurized gas. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me. Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison. Perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This, you can see, is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amused. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was.
What's new? What happened? Did the narrator die again? Okay, I guess we're gonna have to skip.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
I think he just drove himself crazy.
Is never the end,
is never the end, is never the end.
The reviews drove him so crazy, he started repeating himself.
It's never the end, 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 it's never the end. This is weird.
Oh! Fuck me.
Oh, the place got old. I think it just got old and fell apart. Oh, shit. I'm gonna hit it again. This light. Where is this going? This glass? I think it's glass. Freedom. But if I wait just long enough, it might be glass. Wait, no, it's not. All right.
What?
It
grew more plants.
plants grew with berries. It got so old that plant life and dirt are growing. Oh God.
It got worse.
It's
the
dead.
plants died.
It's dead.
I don't like the sound of that.
Oh.
It's dead.
Wait.
Nowhere. So the memory zone was in the middle of this weird ass desert. What the fuck? This game is just out there.
What happens if I hit the button again?
You gotta go back and see if the button still works.
Oh,
That makes sense.
I think that's the ending. That was something.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought
Alright,
to
that was
himself.
the vent
That's all I
ending.
need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through the
Oh,
wall.
that was the new content ending.
What is this? That say anything? Wait.
The end is ever the end.
Oh.
Oh, they all say it now.
Okay, something's...
No.
Ooh, something's wrong.
Oh, he didn't have a death.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor did it
New
advance the
content!
story.
New content?
Oh, hell yeah, we're going in.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
Oh, okay, that was...
Yes, I have something very exciting to
Oh,
show
it's
you.
actually new content!
I'm sorry, Doug, you have to wait. This takes precedence right now.
Yeah, fuck it. Oh, we skipped to here. Oh.
Do I just keep the episode going? It's at 2 hours.
You see, Stanley,
I'll
I've
just
been
keep going.
reflecting.
You know what? Let's stop it here. We'll do it